About yourself?
Yes, most definitely. Yes, because I think the truth is... That's kind of why I'm in here as well. I think that's why we're all in here, isn't it? We want to see the truth about us, because we can have our own opinions of what we think we do, which is good, and what we think is bad. But we're pretty much letting the British public decide if they think that we're a good person, or if they think we're a bad person, or a stupid person, or an unimportant person. So that's what I'm saying. When I go, yeah, I would be so devastated if no one booed or cheered, if it was just silence. You know, if people are like, not really interesting enough for me to boo or cheer, so I'll just give her a nice clap.
The thing is, you can't really create new futures and new possibilities for yourself until you accept the truth about yourself.
The reality, yeah.
Even the negative points, like I've had to accept. Look at it from a really stark and bleak point of view. I'm a 28-year-old gay man who's spent a lot of my life hiding who I am from my friends and family. Well, not so much my friends, but definitely my family, who's really achieved nothing, career-wise, financially-wise, life achievement-wise.
And that's how you feel about yourself?
Well, if you break it down to the starkest and most bleakest aspect of who I am.
Yeah, okay, I'll let you have that, because that's how you... But then what you need to get to the point of where you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, do you know what? That was me, and I've learnt from it, and now this is what I'm going to do. Because if you spend your whole time thinking in your head about all the things that you've done wrong, you will literally be going around in circles, and you will waste time going over how I could have done it better. You need to just decide in your mind what you want, how you're going to get it, and only focus on that. And then everything will align itself, and things will start coming to you that you don't even know are there. So that's one thing. But in my life, for most of my years of which I remember myself, I've been very, very self-critical, not to the destruction point. Well, yeah, actually, I got a bit to that, but very self-critical and very realistic about myself and my abilities. And the thing what helped is because I was in such a competitive industry, you get told no way more times than you get told yes. So you have to be able to step out of it and say, well, why wasn't I picked? Okay, I wasn't good enough. I wasn't tall enough. I wouldn't have worked with the artist, or I just wasn't strong enough. And you have to be able to go, right, that's my talent, not me. And you've already got the whole fashion thing. You love it. You've got so many ideas.
But I've done nothing with it.
Yeah, but now you need to sit down and see yourself where you want to be, and only think about what you want to do. And you have to believe that you will be there, and not in the. You don't have to think I'll be there in the future, because that's quite bad. You have to think all I can see is in the present doing that. Every day you should definitely wake up and think, right, what do I want to do? How do I want to do it? And I know I'm going to achieve it, and only think about that. And then if all you can paint in your head is pretty pictures, I suppose, then the fear will go, because a lot of people...
But isn't that more illusion? You're just painting new illusions.
No, you're visualising. It could be looked on a spiritual level, or it's just you visualising for yourself the image and the life that you want. But a lot of people are afraid to do that because fear comes in, because people are scared that if they don't get it, they'll be upset. So they'd rather think of the worst, and then if good happens, great. But then you're already putting yourself back. You're already putting yourself behind someone else who is thinking of the best. Because if it doesn't work what you want, yeah, you're going to deal with that the same way you would if you would have prepared yourself. You will. You'll act the way your emotions let you. So why waste your time thinking about all the things that could go wrong or that might not happen? Why waste your time doing that? Why not just spend your whole time thinking about all the things that you know and hope and want to happen? And if they don't happen, deal with the being upset and the depressed and all that when it happens. No, but I'm just saying in general, deal with the fact that... But a lot of people are afraid of, have the fear of failure. And I had it, everyone has it, but that's what stops people from doing things. People are afraid of flying, yeah? They're not afraid of flying, they're afraid of falling to the ground and dying. Do you know what I mean? And it's their fear that is making them afraid to fly, because they're not... people are scared of heights, yeah? They're not scared of being up in the air. They're scared of falling and dying and hitting they're scared of the ground, basically.
Scared of gravity.
This is called, yours is called the Royal Mail. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ours is called On Post.
The amount of times I got involved with your post.
He said, at the end of the day, I didn't expect this.
Yeah, no,
You're getting angry now.
They copped a few getting angry, don't worry about that. Don't you worry. They copped it. I wanted to know.
Plane and come back. And all those years she was so afraid, and she weren't afraid of flying, she was afraid of gravity pulling the plane down and dying. And that's your fear controlling your life. And that's what so many people live with. Even I live with it, the fear of failing. Because we're so scared that we're going to fail that we're too scared to try just in case we do.
I don't think that's me necessarily, but I've only just started ripping of illusions away from myself. I spent the last 5 years wrapping myself up in really comfortable illusions. And it's only really this 2010 where I decided they all had to come off, whether I liked it or not.
Exactly. And to lose your inhibitions...
Oh, I never had any inhibitions.
Just the fear.
No, the illusions.
Oh, you mean the comfort that you put yourself in, that safe haven.
My self-illusion about who I thought I was, the illusion of who I thought my friends were, the illusions of how I am with my life, the illusions of my successes in life.
It can take some people years. And when I watched Lauryn Hill Unplugged, and she was speaking and singing, and she said that at the age that she is now, she had to wake up one morning and she had to reintroduce herself to her mum, her dad, and to everyone she knew, because they didn't really know the real her, because she had put up a wall and this presence that she had this immaculate voice and that she lived this perfect life. And only when she said, do you know what, this ain't real, you know, who cares? I can go out, get drunk, smoke some cigarettes, and then go on stage and perform. Because the whole time when she was performing, she used to have to, so worried about ruining her voice, that she never actually enjoyed herself. She said she had to reintroduce herself to her mum and dad at whatever age she is. And she's like a big superstar. So people like us, you know, it's going to happen.
It takes years to find yourself.
Definitely, and every day you learn something new. You don't wake up the same way.
I was thinking I wanted to be a bit of a boy or a bit of a lout with that. You don't realise that I want the life to be. You shouldn't want to be like anyone else.
No, I don't want to be like anybody else.
No, I'm just
saying it.
I wasn't saying it against you, Mario. I'm just saying I spent a lot of time thinking I wanted to be someone I want.
It's putting yourself in a box.
Yeah,
and the thing is, you set the standard. There is no standard on normality. You set your own standard, and then you go from there.
And try to keep as individual as you can.
Yeah, and don't be afraid.
Your own identity.
Definitely. And it's the most, do you know what, once you get over that, like I don't feel like I'm completely over that yet, but once you start to break out of that, it is so much easier to live, because you aren't living in fear of, am I good enough? Am I, you know.
Essentially, it's being comfortable in your own skin.
And it can take years. But I really believe that nobody goes to bed and wakes up the same person as they were the day before. I believe every day you wake up different.
Every day's a school
Well,
day.
you only have to look at the last 48 hours of yourself if you just see that.
Yeah, 48 hours ago, bam, 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 get me out. Today, I'm like, I love life. And I had to go through that to get to here. So, and this is just proper intense, so I feel like we're really lucky. Because what we're going to learn in here is what it'd take maybe normal people about 10 years. Bring it on, big brother, bring it on. You want to play this game? Let's play it.
You want to play rough? Okay.
I'll play rough with you. But that's why I was so upset that night, because I let go of my inhibitions. I finally had the guts to just go for it, and then got threw back down to the ground. And I was like, whoa, is this what happens when you don't let fear control your life? Someone will say that. But now I can let go whenever I want and not be scared that someone's going to take the mick, because it's already happened.
And no one's in it like that anymore.
Yeah. And on the outside, if anyone does it, I've already experienced how that feels.
Are these for anybody, or?
Yeah, there's one for everyone.
Not to me, mate.
There's,
Oh, is
You
it?
don't have to look. You don't have to ask me about stuff all the time. Yeah.
there's 11,
Is it?
so someone's got 2.
Well, I wasn't sure if you're saving these for your rugby training.
All of them.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that?
Greenback. And Brad Pitt's a little bit shorter and weighs a little bit more. Brad Pitt weighs about, I think he weighs about 70. Oh, he weighs about 73. He's a little bit shorter.
You was fucking fast asleep, just giving up his head.
When they broke up, I was definitely Team Jolie. I think Jennifer.
You were like, oh, kid, yeah, but joke you like that.
Something else to do with it, isn't it?
I don't know how.
They're into the film, mate, not even...
Your shoe has its own little bunion where your bunion rests.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Cheers, mate, yeah.
Are they yours, Nathan? Both of them?
Yeah, cheers for that, kid. Just a nice one, just bash me in imperfections.
He does it all the time.
Just the only part of my body that I'm actually concerned about.
See, there we go. You haven't learnt your lesson. The other day, he went up to Ben and went, "You've got a right hairy back," and Ben got really offended because it's something he'd been worried about. And Ben said to him, "Look, you've got to think that some people have worries." And then I thought to myself, I wonder...
Yeah, if I had a complex about that, I wouldn't be walking around barefoot all day.
Yeah.